Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day today. As you can see, today is November 30th, the final day of November, and I felt it is time to conclude this month with an interesting Character 101 video. Today's Character 101 video is about a villain that I have been a fan of for a very long time, a character that I pretty much liked since I was a young boy, that I was introduced to when I was a young boy, especially through the classic Super Friends cartoons that ran from 1970 to 1985. But I really began to like this character, or really became intrigued by this character, through the way Mark Hamill voiced the character in the DC animated universe franchise, especially in particular the Justice League animated series. Now, granted, I'm not really into zombies that much. Granted, I don't dislike them nor hate them. I have watched a few zombie movies from time to time in my day, especially the original Zombieland from 2009, which I still love. Matter of fact, I still have yet to see the sequel, but that's a different story for another time. But what I will say is that this is a character that I really like. As a matter of fact, he's one of my favorite villains in all of DC Comics. He's in my top 5, if not my top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to give you who I personally consider to be one of the best zombie characters ever created, and possibly, if not arguably, my favorite zombie character of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Mr. Cyrus Gold, aka Solomon Grundy from DC Comics. And I personally consider him to be the original Immortal Hulk, or as better known as the Hulk-like zombie of the DC universe. He made his very first appearance in All American Comics Volume 1, issue number 61, in October of 1944, was created by Alfred Bester and Paul Rainman, whatever the heck his last name is. Whatever the case may be, this character, to me, is one of the most underappreciated, underutilized villains in all of comics and fiction. I have been a fan of this dude for a very long time, so let's get started. Now, he has been a part of various teams throughout the years, like the Injustice League, the Injustice Society, and of course, as you probably already know, the Legion of Doom. Solomon Grundy is a character that has frequently died and has been resurrected in various incarnations, varying in levels of strength and intelligence. Although he has been known to be primary evil, some of his incarnations have been shown to have the capacity for heroism. Now, Solomon Grundy's story began in 1894 when a wealthy merchant named Cyrus Gold was murdered and his body was disposed in Slaughter Swamp. Gold's corpse was reanimated in 1944 as a huge, shambling figure with almost no memory of its past life. Gold murdered 2 escaped criminals who were hiding out on the marsh and stole their clothes. He showed up in a hobo camp, and when asked about his name, one of the few things he could recall was that he was born on a Monday. One of the men mentioned the nursery rhyme character Solomon Grundy, and Gold adopted the moniker. Strong, vicious, and nearly mindless, Grundy fell into a life of crime, or perhaps returned to one, according to his scattered residual memories, which attracted the attention of the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. Grundy proved to be a difficult opponent, unkillable in fact, since he was already dead, and with an inherent resistance to Scott's powers, which could not affect what a substance of which Grundy's assembled body was largely composed of. Their first fight ended when Grundy was hurled under a train. He was then revived by a criminal by the name of the Baron of York, under concentrated chlorophyll, which left him green. The now green Grundy, along with the Baron's gang, started a new crime waves across the U.S. until Grundy killed the Baron. Alan Scott was able to defeat him when, after a long chase, he arrived at a place with a petrified forest. Something about Grundy's altered figure made him as immobile as the trees around him. The third battle involved involved the original Green Lantern and his fellow members of Justice Society of America that tracked him across the country, depositing Grundy on the moon once he was defeated. Learning the anti-gravity secret in 1947, Grundy used it to return to Earth. He also learned magic by unknown ways and used it to assume the place of the long-lost son of a millionaire. Seeking his fortune, the Cisco battle against Green Lantern ended up the hero burying Grundy. So as you can see, Grundy went through across various adventures throughout the years, even went through, even battled the All-Star Squadron, the Justice Society, even battled, became a member of the Injustice Society. Then he fought the Justice League of America. So yes, at some point though, at one point in time, he became a groundskeeper at Gotham Academy. So yeah, he would become a part of many different teams throughout the years, like the Legion of Doom, the Secret Society of Supervillains, the Suicide Squad, the Injustice League Dark. You know, he became a part of a lot of teams throughout the years, and has had quite a career, Solomon Grundy, in the DC universe. I'll tell you that much. Now, here are his powers and abilities. He has a zombie physiology. Grundy's curse turned to an undead hybrid of man and plant, cursed being reborn again and again with different characteristics that vary upon resurrection. Energy transference. He has proven to be able to absorb certain forms of energy and manipulate them at will. This ability has been subconscious to the point of being accidental, but it would suggest that Grundy's even more powerful than he has the intelligence to realize. He has nigh invulnerability, makes him virtually indestructible, pervious to bullets, fire, extreme cold, to survive food, water, and oxygen. He can withstand blows from the likes of powerful Amazons like Artemis, but he can't be hurt like powerful opponents such as Gotham Girl and Gotham. Yes, there are characters in the DC universe named Gotham Girl and Gotham. Resurrection, even if killed, Grundy's curse will cause him to eventually come back to life from the dead. He has vast superhuman stamina. He can perform strenuous tasks for an indeterminate period of time before tiring. He has vast superhuman strength and able to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Mr. Bloom, Superman. As a matter of fact, there have been several instances where he was able to be roughly on par with the Man of Steel in terms of raw strength. As a matter of fact, there was even one instance where he was able to surpass the Man of Steel in power. So there's that. And if he does get hurt, he has a vast regeneration, able to regenerate from a wide variety of injuries, including severed limbs. There was one instance where he was able to have a unique ability of grounding, where he could establish a mystical link with the earth itself, and if he wished, no one could lift him, not even Superman. He has energy negation. He's immune to the effects of the Green Lantern, Alan Scott's Starheart power ring. As the super tropical qualities of Swaderstorm sowed arborist elements into his very being upon reanimation, being a partial blend of plant matter and defunct bodily tissue, which protects him from the various dynamic force abilities. There was even points where he was able to prove dimensional travel. Some supernatural energy in Swaderstorm and downgrading with the ability to travel from Earth to Earth, from various Earths, like from Earth 1 to Earth 2. He could only use this power while in Slaughter Swamp, and the waters of the swamp would also be transported to the other dimension. Slaughter Swamp Plague. Grundy's very presence could cause a spontaneous and inexplicable emergence of marshland plant in this vicinity. He also has a gardening ability, as that he works as a gardener, a groundskeeper at Gotham Academy. He also has a diminished intellect. Most incarnations of Solomon Grundy have proven to have low intelligence. When speaking his men's most of the time repeating his iconic rhyme like a litany. When he acted, he wished to communicate, he expressed himself in short sentences before grammar. So yeah, that's pretty much it with Solomon Grundy. He is a very good character in my opinion. He is a dope character in my opinion. Um, trying to think here. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place here. Um, he's a very good character in my opinion. I think he's one of the best characters in the DC Comics universe. He's appeared in various forms of media like the Super Friends, the DCAU, Batman Brave and the Bold, various animated movies, various video games like Injustice, Batman Arkham City, Injustice, DC Universe Online, just to name a few. He's a very good character. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.